If you heard the whispers already, brace yourself, because what I'm about to reveal about Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş will make your heart race, your jaw drop, and your hands shake. So before I drag you into this emotional earthquake, smash that like button. Hit subscribe and comment below because this story is the kind tabloids dream of, and trust me, you will want to be part of the conversation. What exploded behind closed doors in their home, and what leaked through friends, neighbors, and insiders, is nothing short of a relationship meltdown so dramatic that even the most seasoned paparazzi say they've never seen a celebrity couple disintegrate with this level of intensity, accusation, and heartbreak. When news broke that Yağmur Yüksel had allegedly told close friends she was finally ready to divorce Barış Baktaş, the entertainment world froze. Fans who woke up expecting another ordinary morning instead found themselves spiraling through rumors of jealousy, secret betrayals, emotional confrontations, and uncomfortable family interference that had apparently pushed the couple past their breaking point. People close to the couple had been hinting for months that something was wrong. Yağmur, known for her calm temperament, had been noticeably withdrawn in public appearances, while Barış, normally charismatic and easily centered, looked increasingly troubled, distracted, and tense. At first, fans chalked it up to the pressures of work, parental responsibilities, or the natural fatigue that comes with celebrity life. But those who knew them personally say the shift began long before the cameras noticed. One insider claims the first major cracks appeared when jealousy rumors started circulating around Barış's growing popularity among female followers, especially after several viral videos in which women were seen approaching him, whispering into his ear, and behaving just a little too friendly for Yağmur's comfort. She reportedly brushed it off in the beginning, but the more these clips spread, the more she started feeling like something was slipping away from her. Things escalated when a close friend of Yağmur allegedly told the media that she had confided in her about feeling neglected, overlooked, and repeatedly dismissed whenever she attempted to talk to Barış about her insecurities. According to this source, Yağmur had felt invisible for months, as if her emotional needs were being pushed aside while Barış focused on work, social events, and public engagements. Even worse, rumors began to swirl that certain people around Barış, friends, acquaintances, and even family members, had been subtly feeding into the tension. One shocking claim comes from a relative who reported hearing heated arguments behind closed doors, arguments in which Yağmur accused Barış of allowing certain individuals to manipulate him, interfere in their marriage, and poison the peace in their home. Some whispered that a particular family member, who has always been protective of Barış, played a significant role in fueling the tension. This person reportedly questioned Yağmur's decisions, criticized her handling of their personal matters, and even made statements implying she was not supportive enough or not understanding of Barış's lifestyle. It was subtle at first, small comments, quick judgments, tiny criticisms, but over time, the accumulated weight of those remarks allegedly pushed Yağmur into emotional isolation. Friends claim she felt like an outsider in her own marriage, forced to defend herself not only to her husband, but to people who should have respected their boundaries. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, more troubling rumors of betrayal began circulating. Some tabloids suggested that Barış may have been texting certain women late at night, responding to admirers with an enthusiasm that made observers uncomfortable. There's no concrete evidence of a full-blown affair, but the mere possibility was enough to ignite a firestorm among fans who had always believed the couple's love was unshakable. Screenshots, unverified, anonymous, blurry, began circulating online. You know the kind, ambiguous enough to deny, but convincing enough to damage a relationship already filled with cracks. People familiar with the situation say Yağmur confronted him multiple times, hoping for transparency and reassurance, but instead of calming her fears, their conversations allegedly erupted into arguments, heated, emotional, and often unresolved. The night the situation reached its breaking point is now the stuff of celebrity legend. According to a neighbor who spoke anonymously, the couple had one of their loudest arguments to date, and though the content of the argument remains unknown, the intensity was undeniable. Voices were heard, doors were slammed, and for the first time, Yağmur reportedly walked out of the house crying. Hours later, she was spotted arriving at her mother's home, a place she tends to retreat to only when things get unbearable. The neighbor insists she had never seen Yağmur look so defeated, holding her phone like she didn't know whether to call someone or throw it away. The next morning is when everything changed. A trusted source revealed that Yağmur, exhausted and emotionally drained, told her inner circle 4 chilling words: "I will divorce him." Those words spread like wildfire. Screenshots of the message, again, unverifiable but widely believed, hit social media within hours. The internet erupted. Fans panicked, crying, begging the couple to talk things out, while others took sides instantly, either accusing Barış of taking his wife for granted or criticizing Yağmur for being too emotional. Meanwhile, several tabloids ran with the phrase, "promise to divorce," implying that her statement wasn't made in the heat of the moment, but rather as a firm decision fueled by months of pent-up pain. As the rumor storm intensified, Barış appeared online in a somber, distant, noticeably troubled mood. Fans analyzed every detail of his expression, his tone, even his posture. Some believed he was guilt-ridden, others argued he was stunned, realizing too late that he had taken things too far. A few speculated that he was trying to send Yağmur a silent message, perhaps demonstrating regret or longing. But to those closest to the situation, their conclusion was clear. This was a man who had just realized how close he was to losing everything. It didn't take long for the media to swarm. Paparazzi camped outside both their homes, clinging to every glimpse, every movement, every hint of emotion. Cameras caught Barış leaving his house late at night, looking distressed, speaking briefly to someone in his car before driving away. Yağmur, on the other hand, maintained a steady, almost icy composure during her limited public appearances. She avoided reporters, kept her sunglasses on, and refused to answer any questions, the silence more powerful than any statement she could have made. The more she avoided the cameras, the more convinced the public became that the marriage was truly unraveling. Some insiders claim the tension grew even more volatile when Barış attempted to reconcile, allegedly sending messages, calling repeatedly, and even showing up to speak with her. But according to one of Yağmur's relatives, she refused any private meeting, insisting she needed time to think without pressure. That refusal, sources say, shattered him. Fans who saw Barış shortly after noted the drastic change in his energy, claiming he looked exhausted, lost, and overwhelmed. Speculation grew that he was beginning to recognize the full consequences of his actions or the impact of the influences he had allowed into their marriage. Meanwhile, social media became a battleground. Fans were divided, arguments erupted in comment sections, and entire threads were dedicated to analyzing the couple's every move. Some argued that Yağmur deserved better, urging her to prioritize her emotional well-being. Others insisted that Barış was misunderstood, a victim of stressful circumstances, manipulated by jealous outsiders who didn't want the couple to succeed. And then there were those who blamed family interference entirely, claiming the biggest problem was not between Yağmur and Barış, but the people surrounding them, people who couldn't stand the idea of anyone else having influence over him. But perhaps the most emotional response came from longtime followers who had watched the couple grow, evolve, and face challenges together. These fans, heartbroken and confused, posted comments begging them to work things out, reminding them of the chemistry they had, the love they once radiated, and the years they had spent supporting one another. One viral comment, shared thousands of times, read, "No betrayal hurts more than being made to feel alone by the person who is supposed to be your safe place." Many fans said this perfectly captured what they imagined Yağmur had been feeling for months. While the world dissected the situation endlessly, those close to the couple say the emotional distance between them only grew. Yağmur reportedly felt relieved after expressing her desire to divorce, as though a weight had finally lifted from her shoulders. For her, the decision seemed less about punishment and more about self-preservation. Barış, on the other hand, appeared stuck in a state of denial and panic, unsure if he should fight harder or accept reality. People around him say he was devastated, admitting privately that he never thought she would actually leave. Even those who criticize him say his heartbreak looked painfully real. As of now, the couple has made no official statements, and yet the silence speaks louder than any press release ever could. Their absence together, once unimaginable, has cemented the belief that their marriage may be heading toward a tragic end. The entertainment world continues buzzing, fans continue debating, and paparazzi are watching every move, waiting for the moment when one of them finally breaks the silence. And before I wrap this up, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because this story is far from over, and the next chapters will be even more shocking, emotional, and unpredictable than what we've uncovered today.